Actually, I can't believe I'm making this video, but here I am. I strongly believe in the fact that every day we are learning one thing or the other. And when you accumulate all your learnings over the years, you are surprised to see how much you have learned and how those learnings have really shaped you up. So here I am sharing with you my key learnings, and don't forget to miss the end because you don't want to make the same mistake as I did. Hi everybody, this is Dr. Samreen. I am a PhD graduate from the UK and currently working here in academia. I research on what we do and why we do it. So the things I'm going to share with you today, some of these things of course have cost me time, money, even some friendships, but all for good. And you know what? I don't regret anything, of course, because one should not really regret and dwell on the past because your present is defined by your past in a way. But you can redefine your future by learning through your past. So here's the thing. We spend too much time chasing the wrong things in our life, making the same mistakes on loop, and yet we wonder why our lives are not really improving and why we're not really making any progress. But what if the problem is not our life, instead is how we approach it? So let me share with you some of the traps I fell into in the past. My first learning is the compound effect is real. What does that mean? That means every small choice you make matters. You know, many times we think, okay, I'm going to start eating healthy from tomorrow. I'm going to start working on this project from tomorrow. I'm going to start the gym from next Monday. I'm going to get into the habit of reading from next week. But guess what? If we start breaking down those big tasks into smaller tasks and start doing them consistently every single day, we will see the results, because there's no point of putting pressure on ourselves thinking, I have to get it all done on day one. No, that's not true. Please don't put yourself under that pressure, because I have done that, and let me tell you, it does not really serve any purpose. So if you want to get into the habit of reading, just start with reading, let's say 10 pages a day. And even if you only do that, you will end up reading almost 12 books in 1 year. And that is compound effect. Every small step ultimately adds up to big results. Chasing perfection. I cannot tell you enough about the fact that how chasing perfection has really made my life miserable. And when I say that with a smile right now, I mean it. In the past, I used to think that whatever I do, no matter big or small, it has to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, I do not want to do it. But after a very long time, I realized, well, perfection is a myth. No matter how much you try, no matter how much time you spend on something, no matter how much you sit on it, you think about it, you dwell on it, you cannot make anything perfect. Yes, you can strive for excellence, and one should, but perfection? I don't think so. If anything, perfection only leads you to procrastinate, to self-doubt yourself, and sometimes also leads you to fail because you haven't even started that thing which you really want to do because you cannot make it perfect. And I learned that big time during my PhD, where I would just sit on my work would be ready to be sent to my supervisor on my desk, and I would read and reread, and I would keep on reading it, thinking it's not perfect and I want to make it perfect. And that really made me waste a lot of time as well. The trap which I have always fallen for is caring too much about what others think of me. See, this is one of those things which has also appeared in my research as well. When you're living in a society, you tend to think about what others think about you. And to a certain extent, maybe it's okay. But when you start doing it way too much, it's not good for you at all. Because you always think, well, if I would say it like this, what people would think about me. If I do this thing, what would they think about me? When actually, if I tell you honestly, for many years, I couldn't start this YouTube channel thinking what others would think about me. Because you always want to portray yourself as perfect, as somebody who knows everything, somebody is always well put together, and the rest of it. But this trap of what others think about me would not really let you do what you want to do and would not really let you achieve what you really want to achieve in life. Because you already are suffocating yourself with others' opinions, which doesn't really even matter. Because at the end of the day, as far as you're happy with what you're doing and your loved ones are happy too, Other people, they don't really matter too much. And another trap, which I've always come out from, is thinking I had unlimited time in life. Well, that's not true at all. Time is a limited commodity. And actually, I have had this biggest realization of my life about how limited that is during my recent illness when I was really ill for almost 2 months. And I realized how much time I have wasted on procrastinating, on just scrolling through my mobile, on just doing unnecessary things, yet they have taken all my time. Because every time I'm thinking to do something productive, I tell myself, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later, and I'll do it later. But guess what? That later never comes. And you keep on procrastinating that from today to tomorrow, then day after tomorrow, and so on and so forth. But here's what I finally learned that changed the way I look at life. My next point is failure is a shortcut to growth. Yes, you heard me right. We're all afraid of failure. For many years, I couldn't start doing certain things just because I thought to myself, well, what if I fail? And I don't want to fail. Nobody wants to fail. Because failing at something meant I wasn't good enough. I would not be able to look at myself in the same manner. And that was not acceptable to me at all. Till I realized, well, failure is a shortcut to growth because every single time you fail, you don't fail. You learn, you improve, you take a step further and you carry on. Because remember, perfection is a myth. You can only strive for excellence. And also I realized the faster you fail, the faster you learn and the faster you improve. And all of this helps you to make a better start and ultimately achieve your dreams. And the example I love about this failure is Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb. When asked how he was so persistent that he continued his pursuit of inventing this light bulb, despite of thousands of failures, he said, every single time when it did not work, I realized another way of how not to invent a light bulb. And finally, what I realized is that your mindset is everything. Our mindset is like that software which really operates the whole system. We all have seen people who have really positive mindset, and equally we have seen people who have negative mindset, who always sees the glass half empty. And please don't get me wrong. When I say having a positive mindset, I do not mean to say that we don't acknowledge any downside or any problems in life. Of course we do. But we acknowledge that problems, we accept them, and also we realize things which we can control and things which are beyond our control. We learn from them and we move forward. So, the way you see the world really determines your result. If you believe that the world is against you, it will be against you. But if you believe that every obstacle is an opportunity, you will find opportunities and you will grow with them. Let's say that two people both have lost their jobs. One looks at it as a failure, whereas other looks at it as an opportunity to reinvent themselves. Guess who would thrive in life? So imagine you wake up one day thinking, well, nothing is changing in my life. It's same day in, same day out, and you just keep on passing that time. 10 years down the line, you look back and you realize, well, nothing has changed. I couldn't do the things I really wanted to do. Why? Because I never took control of my life. And guess what? I did not do that. With every single failure, with every single trap, and with every single mistake, I learned to move ahead and fail forward. And of course, nothing of this would happen overnight. Remember, it's always compounding your small efforts every single day. That would yield the results for you. So, start making intentional choices. Start making choices which really matter to you. Take control of your life and keep moving forward because there's no other choice. So, if you want to take away just one thing from this video, let it be this. Your future is created right now by the decisions you make today. So, stop waiting for that perfect moment. Start now, like right now. See failure as progress, not defeat. Look at it as fail forward. And focus on small daily actions which compound over time. Because in 10 years' time from today, you'll be either glad that you started today or you will wish you had. The choice is yours. So, with that, I would love to know, is there anything which you wish you had learned sooner? Do share in comments. Till next video, take really good care of yourself. Bye.